'Cause I'm lost in the way you move, the way you feel. One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities. I look like all you need. One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities. I look like all you need. See wonderland in your eyes. Might need your company tonight. Something in you lit up heaven in me. The feeling won't let me sleep. 'Cause I'm lost in the way you move, the way you feel. One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities. I look like all you need. One kiss is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities. I look like all you need.
My face above the water. My feet can't touch the ground, and it feels like I can see the sands on the horizon every time you are not around. I'm slowly drifting away, wave after wave, wave after wave. I'm slowly drifting, and it feels like I'm drowning, pulling against the stream. Against the wave, wave after wave, wave after wave. I'm slowly drifting, and it feels like I'm drowning, pulling against the stream, pulling against us. Water. My feet can't touch the ground, and it feels like I can see.
What's up, everybody? Baseball was nice yesterday for picks, but got hooked in hockey. I feel like we're just like battling right now for this week, and I just really feel like we're gonna have some huge days once the BS stops. They took away some shots, just some crap. But I'm feeling good. Love baseball betting. It's time for that. So yeah. Coheed and Cambria, fucking disaster. The people that run that website are rocks. And unfortunately, they caused themselves 100 times more hours of work than they needed to. We had a great Postal Service vinyl this morning. We've got Zelda controllers going off right now. We had some collector's editions as well. These are things you should be buying. No-brainer shit. But, yeah, we'll cover everything. Let me get the other guys in here. What's up, guys?
Yo.
Yo.
Yo, yo.
Oh, there he is. Let's go!
Don't know.
More baseball, right?
More baseball.
Baseball stuff.
We started out yesterday, opening day, which was fun. I think we ended up having 4 4 calls, including the 5K, and then we had a bunch of prize picks and then a DFS lineup. And we clean swept baseball. So
Yeah.
we had 3 unit calls. One was a favorite of ours called the Nerfy, which is no runs in the first inning. That hit. We took Otani over his strikeouts, a couple other plays. But yeah, baseball clean swept. Hockey had another night of hooks, but overall positive night. So back at it again today. Short slate for hockey, short slate for baseball, big slate for basketball, it seems like. And then get into the weekend. There's tons of both, tons of hockey, tons of baseball tomorrow. So we're cranking out. We got another, I think, 4 and 4 today. The 4 hockey, 4 baseball. So charging into the weekend, going to finish with another positive week.
Sweet.
Oh, and our DFS model cashed yesterday, so 1 for 1.
Let's go. DFS is football, baseball, right?
DFS is daily fantasy sports. We did it golf. We do it for golf.
Oh yeah,
We do it
golf
for
too.
football. Yeah. So next weekend we'll actually be running it daily for baseball. We'll be running it for the Masters for golf, which will be fun. But yeah, it's basically you set a lineup. You get a set budget. You have to buy your players within that budget, and then they compete and earn points based on how they perform, and it just stacks up like it would in a normal fantasy league against other players around the world, and then in tournaments where you win money prizes. So we have a model that we use to set the base, and then we tweak it based on matchups and stuff and put out a lineup to the group. So far it was really great in football. It's been killing golf, and now we're 1 for 1 in the baseball season. Baseball's every day. So good stuff.
Hell yeah. Sounds great. Let's get into some of this vinyl disaster stuff. Coheed and Cambria was awful because they announced this ahead of time. Every sneaker botter knew about it. I don't know how many went for it, but I think a ton. They canceled a bunch of orders. They only reloaded 200 vinyl today. They reload on the same links. So that we know how that goes. Bots destroyed today. I think they just are going to cancel all the orders today, and then they're going to do whatever they were going to do with the other stock that they canceled and didn't load today. Because they canceled way more than 200 vinyl yesterday. Had to have been over 500, and they're putting that somewhere. I don't know, like local somehow, or fan pages, or fan emails, or something. So yeah, I think that's what's going on with that. They'll just cancel today after this second disaster. They won't waste their time probably going through orders. Maybe they will. There's not that many orders anyways. So I did see a few people say they got an order in, and maybe they were legitimate orders, like legitimate meaning people that were just following along their Reddit shit. So we'll see what happens. Postal Service today. We've been waiting for limited editions of these. This one was the first, and it's a great one, honestly. It's an opaque purple, and it has an OBI. It looks really cool. And yeah, I think we're the only group to probably post this. I doubt anybody else did. Like 99% sure. If we see other out of 500s on Newberry or something, we'll get them. Anything above that, I don't think we'll really touch, even though the previous variant they sold probably close to 10,000 or so. It's really, this is the album for them because it's the only album, and people really like this album. So great vibe on that. And then Slump went ahead with, he was looking into the Larry June stuff. So
yeah, so this was a new album that came out today. It was Larry June, completely produced by, was it Alchemist or Madlib? I always mix those two up. I think it was Alchemist. It went up super early this morning. There was actually an out of 300, but it was like 6 a.m. Eastern or something absurd that sold out before we even saw it. It stinks, but a good indicator of demand. There was this orange one that we pinged right before it was going to go out of stock. We kept an eye on it for the good part of the morning. It went down, I don't even know if this guy, Larry June's not a huge artist, kind of niche, but he's got a pretty big following, especially in the West Coast. So come like, I don't know, 11, 12, which is 8, 9 a.m. there, they kind of started to wake up. And I think that might have been what sort of kickstarted them to move a little bit more. But watched it go down fairly quickly from about 350 to just under 100, which is when we said, all right, if you're going to buy it, now's the time. And it sold out, which is good. There's also a blue one, which I actually should probably check stock again right now. I haven't done it because all the Zelda stuff popped up. But that one had, at the time, closer to 300. Checking right now. It's at 92. So maybe that one's a buy too. See if it moves about 10 to 20 by the end of this podcast. But yeah, his comps are a little bit all over the place, but I do think this one will be a little bit better. Alchemist stuff we bought before that flips across several artists, including his own vinyls. And Larry June vinyls in general have sold pretty high. Some being around kind of the retail, which was a little bit expensive on this one, but I think it's a good mix of approach and factors to make this one do well. Not one I'd buy a ton of, but a good one.
Cool. Yeah, I like that it's OBI from the looks of things. That
Yep.
always seems to do really well. And kind of with like this genre of music, if that makes sense.
It's like almost a different genre of rap.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. That's the genre that I feel like does really well with OBI.
Yep.
That's just like the way it is. The
Yeah,
underground
I
esque
haven't
stuff, I
listened to
guess.
him
Not
too
underground,
much,
but
but he's cool.
yeah,
Very like you said, underground.
something like that. Yeah. Zelda stuff. We had collector's editions and controllers just now on Amazon.
Yeah, collector's edition was in stock for no more than, I don't know, 10 minutes, which is good. Everyone was able to grab that. The only reason it sits that long is just because Amazon will limit you to one per account, and most people that I know don't really buy Amazon in bulk anymore. So I almost, at this point in reselling in general, I like when we don't get the full stock. I like when some of it goes to people who want it, because then it creates, you'd think, like, just logically, right? More goes to us, we sell it higher, right? But I think when more fans get it, and this is an approach we take with vinyl all the time, I think that it, one, limits the amount that resellers have, right? So less room to kind of undercut and tank. But it also kind of creates a bigger sense of FOMO, I guess you could say. And I feel like that's transferring over here just a little bit. Prices on the collector's edition are still really strong at over 200 each. They move like crazy on eBay. If anyone's ungated on Nintendo, you could definitely be able to sell these on here now that the listing's up, which I'm excited for. And then the controllers went out of stock even faster just now. They went up like 20 minutes later. So those are still looking pretty good at 120, 140. And it's all zero risk. If you're not buying this, I don't know what you're doing.
All right. Skrillex. What's their take here, Least? How'd it go? Least isn't here? Am I muted?
No, it was pretty bad. I mean,
Yeah,
AXS,
Red Rocks.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just it gets botted, so you got to be extremely lucky.
Cool. All right. I think that's all I got for the day. You guys good?
That's it.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot
Oh.
we cashed
Oh.
the podcast exclusive pick from yesterday. I have another one. We gave out Atlanta Braves -1.5, right, on the pod yesterday. So
Yeah.
that cashed. So let's do another one today. Let's do New York Mets and Miami Marlins tonight, under 8 runs.
Okay.
I guess.
Repeat that again, just so everybody kind of.
the New York Mets, which I know is Slump's team.
Uh-huh.
Slumped in his bubby root for the Mets.
No,
Mets
my
and
grandma is a
Marlins
Mets fan, but not me.
under 8 runs.
Cool.
I was a fan of them yesterday when I hit that. What was it, like a New York exclusive boost on FanDuel?
Yeah,
You said. Yeah,
I
it
was a fan of them too.
Scherzer to get 5 strikeouts and the Mets to win. That was a nice one.
I like Pete Alonso to hit a homer too. It's not important though. That's it.
Cool. All right, guys. We'll see you Monday. Have
See
a
you
great
Monday.
weekend. Peace, peace, peace.
Later, guys.
Gonna take ya away from home. Hey. Fuel up when I go, speed up so I don't think of if you do miss me now. I come seeing lose.